Hey man, you ever looking to flatter?
Okay, in this part I did adjust the contrast, saturation, and brightness on it. Um, I figured this way I could really make things stand out a little bit better as far as visually. Um, but this is the part where I picked back up on one of those sailboats, and then if anybody's serious about using my observations for study, you can take a screenshot of it at these different times and see the different height of the mast and what should have actually have vanished compared to its angular size. Again, you can see this boat hitting waves, and he was coming from the southwest when I first picked him up, so he's coming into the Hernando Beach channel. But I stopped following them and I start chasing after, watching the sailboat next. But what I want to really do is show you this, how this light refraction or this, um, light kind of is what uh, refracts upward and blocks you out from actually seeing the entire boat. But I mean, look at it. You can actually see people on the back of it moving around. They're just faintly visible, but you can actually see them. Um, the other reason why I am doing all these parts of these videos is I want to document my footage on YouTube, and I do save all my videos, or I've saved most of them, just in case my channel does get taken down. I can have a lot of backup, and if I ever get uh, my 2 terabyte hard drive, if I ever get the data back off of it, um, I'll have all my stuff actually. At least I believe I do. Now, obviously, this sailboat is going behind the Hernando Beach marker. And for the longest time, again, I always thought that that was Billy Steele's. Again, it was an honest mistake on my part, and I owned up to it. So I have no ill feelings. Um, Another thing I wanted to bring up is, could you imagine what I might be catching out here if I did have infrared? Um, I did put a PayPal account up on a couple of my videos for people that were, possibly wanting to help me out. And I don't want to feel like a beggar. So I only put it on a couple of videos, and then I have not posted it since. Only because I just, you know, I would really appreciate the help, but then again, I don't want to beg people. I don't want people to think that I'm begging. And again, I really wanted to talk about this video and how you can see how this light is actually uh, blocking out the lower portion of this boat. It has nothing to do with going over the curvature. It has everything to do with angular resolution. Um, but if somebody does want to donate, I still am accepting donations, but they'll have to find the PayPal link on the videos. If anybody asks, I can send them, the link to that video. But again, I'm not begging nobody. I've already saved up a little bit of money myself that I will put toward what I have gotten. And I will get either purchase a camera already set up for infrared or have my P1000 converted. Um, I would rather not, because I might lose my warranty that I purchased with it. Um, but that's a whole nother story. All right, getting back at this, as you see, this boat is actually in the sun's light, right where the sun's light is shining on the water. But I wanted to do this little shot right here where I just took a screenshot, and you can see on that closer boat how that light is reflecting up and blocking out the lower portion of the hull of that boat. Again, I'm gonna I do these observations for myself. One of the main reasons why is because I figured, hey, who can you trust the most? Yourself, right? Um, and yeah, we all can make mistakes, and best thing is if you make one, try to expose it yourself and show people that it wasn't an intentional mistake or an intentional lie of any sort. Again, another thing was at the very beginning of the video, part one, I showed how as anything moved away from the sun toward the east, it was getting mirrored out, where stuff that was going toward the sun, or on the west side of the sun, I should say, uh, or heading west, um, was actually coming out of the mirror, and you could actually see it perfectly in the water, with a little bit of distortion, of course, because at this distances, and I actually shouldn't see hardly any of this boat, because I know that this boat's quite a ways out there. If it went behind um, that rack, and I'm saying that it went behind it by a few miles, of course, we would not be able to resolve the lower portion of this boat because of that light propagation off. All right, thanks for watching.